What do you have for on something or onto something here?
Am I on something or onto something?
Okay.
Flacco plays so well, the Jets have to tell Wilson, take your time, don't rush it. If you're not ready, that's fine.
I'm going to say that you are on something.
Wow.
Because it could get actually ugly in week 1 against Baltimore, right? Because he's going to be facing arguably the best secondary in the entire league.
Yeah.
And so that could go sideways by halftime. He might have 3 INTs in the game on Sunday.
Yes.
And so at that point, they're going to be like, my God, let's bring Wilson back immediately.
2004, the last time Cleveland won week 1. It ends Sunday. On something or onto something?
Well, I hope that you're on something. I really hope that you're on something because of my bets that I made several months ago on the Panthers, +3 and on the money
What
line.
do you expect out of Brissett?
Well, not a lot. I mean, although he said
160? 160?
No, he might be able
game,
it depends on the game flow, but if they fall behind, but if they could control the game, it's going to be Chubb and Hunt and maybe some other guys in there as well, because they do have, let's face it, I mean, their offensive line is pretty much as good as it gets, right? It's one of the best in the entire league, and that's how they're going to have to stay in these games. So, like, I don't expect big games from guys like Amari Cooper. I don't think we should. But what happens if the Panthers get out to a lead in this game of, say, 14-0, or it's like 17-3 at halftime?
Yeah, good point. That's all she wrote then. Yes. Am I on something or onto something? Seattle will have the worst record in the NFL. Uncertainty with the quarterback, a bad quarterback situation, and last year the 28th rated defense.
Oh, you could certainly be onto something here. They're in the mix, right?
Have to be.
Name me
Tough division.
Yep. Name me the team with worst quarterback play. You're not going to find one. I think they have the worst quarterback group in the entire league, and they're going to realize again. We had Russell Wilson here. We were okay with trading him, and it's not easy to find that franchise quarterback.
They've had a hell of a run, but my God, some of the stuff that's happened. Now, the report that came out the other day that they twice they wanted to trade Wilson, and we're going to try to get the number 1 pick in a draft. But the reports that came out that all along they wanted Wilson to go to Denver because Schneider wanted Drew Lock.
Good luck.
That's the guy.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I can't believe that.
What have you been watching?
Oh, my God.
Yep. Am I on something or onto something? The Cardinals are a disaster, under their win total, missed the playoffs. Kingsbury gets fired.
On something. Onto something. Yes.
This could happen.
Yes. All of it could happen. And Kingsbury is gone early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it. You have to factor in the meltdown last year and what happens every year with the Kingsbury coach team.
For sure.
And there are big expectations. Now, the suspension kills them with Hopkins out first 6 games. But
well, here's the thing, too. Because they get off to fast starts.
I don't think he gets along with Murray either. That whole thing about, okay, hot shot, you call the plays.
You call the plays?
Actually went well in the preseason game, but...
I mean, they could conceivably... Those are all losable games at the beginning.
They are.
Chiefs at Raiders, Rams at home, at Panthers, at the Eagles. This is probably... Well, season hasn't started yet. But I pondered betting Cardinals alt-unders like the entire time, and I never pulled the trigger on it. I could never get there. This one might come back and haunt me from not making those bets. I could see, that where it goes sideways. Okay. Everything turns up rosy for the Chargers and head coach Brandon Staley. On something or onto something?
What does that mean?
The decisions
that he... division?
Yeah, and he'll...
Deep playoff run?
He's going to stick to who he is and the philosophy that he came into the Chargers with as a game plan as a head coach.
Okay.
He's going to continue to go for it, and this year, the decisions will actually go his way. And as a result, they'll win a lot more games and make a deep run.
No, on something. And a part of it is maybe not fair to him, but it's the history of this organization. I mean, I've lived here for 23 years, and they're a popular team out here before we got the Raiders. I mean, it was every year, watch out for the tail. We went to training camp one year and covered them when we were with the local affiliate. It's just a hype train. There's so much talent. And they have the best roster, and something always goes wrong. They blow a game they're not supposed to, and they choke in the playoffs. So I love Herbert. I like the offense. I'm with Peter King. The concerns about the defense, how bad it was last year, 6 new starters, 22 new players, and he's going to play the math in the numbers game, but rest assured there'll be a game where he'll go for it at his own 25, and it won't work out, and he'll lose.
Well, it's not going to work out 100% of the time.
I know.
But I'm saying maybe it'll flip from last year because so many of them went wrong, and this year maybe those will go his way.
I don't like how they were inconsistent and were routed by They lost by 28 to Baltimore. They were blown out by Houston. They were blown out by the Broncos. I don't like that.
Last one, the TD to INT ratio the last 2 years for Aaron Rodgers, 37-7 last year, 48-5 in 2020. He will either put up similar numbers without Devontae Adams, or they will finish with a similar record that they've had the last 2 years, around 13 wins.
Oh, on something. He doesn't turn the ball over, but the touchdown passes won't be there. And they're going to lose some games. It'll be more run the ball, chew clock. I believe LaFleur in the comments coming out of Green Bay. But I just think it's too hard to replace. I know the record without Adams, but now with the Lazard injury.
I think they win more games with their defense this year than ever before. That possibility exists.
Yeah. Okay.
Creating turnovers, get more sacks, hold teams to 14 points, 17 points like that, and they win lower scoring games.
Visit VEASAN.com to get current odds, listen for free, find showtimes, and download VEASAN sports betting podcasts.